Today on Attack of the Show, we continue our week-long coverage of South by Southwest, and Zach Selwyn seeks out the top unsigned bands in Austin. Plus, we go on a blog watch to find out some of the best music-obsessed sites on the net. And with World of Warcraft dominating all of our lives, do we really need another MMO? Find out and get in the loop. Get ready to fight both Bebop and Rocksteady at the same time. A live Attack of the Show starts right now.
What's going on here? Pick up on this. Attack. My belly's unhappy.
There's the key. Oh, of course. Welcome to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. It is Thursday, March 15th.
There's a woo-off happening.
It's awesome. I'm Olivia Munn.
Woo!
Woo!
And I'm Kevin Pereira, folks. Thank you. We are coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles, and this is officially the anti-March Madness show. Yeah, mixed reaction.
Mixed reaction. Okay, the NCAA tournament did start today, and guys around the country are going into a sports frenzy. I get it. Sports are great, but you have a completely different, insane look about it.
Look, I just think it gives meaning to people otherwise boring lives. Like, until it's as cool as NBA Jam, I'm not watching. When I see guys vaulting into the air 500 feet and spin around with the ball on fire, and then there you go.
It's sort of like spending a Saturday unlocking all 43 achievements in Crackdown.
Exactly.
Exactly. But now it's time to go to the digital war zone.
It's totally different than that. It's survival of the fittest, folks.
I wish you could play ball.
Let's go around the net. I'm a baller.
Quick note, I love you in brown.
Thank you.
You're very stunning.
I love me in brown, too.
Yeah, it's great. Today we've got vicious animal attacks. Everyone knows cats can be, well, catty.
That was good.
Thank you.
I like that.
Thanks. Now, you get on their bad side, and they will just mess you up.
Is that lavender?
It is.
And it's really good.
Thank you.
And it's soft like your skin.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, we're talking about cats, right? Yeah.
Cats.
Well, yeah, the cats get a little angry, get a little ornery, if you will, especially abused felines. I mean, these creatures have an exceptionally short fuse. They can turn on you in a second. I mean, sure, they're naturally defensive, like when they're in the corner, but they're especially defensive when they're put on camera.
Hi, Bill and Stacy. Well, the couple is accused of throwing two cats like this one here out of their car and killing them. Now, as part of their sentence, this little guy's having fun, but now as part of their sentence, the couple is going to have to come right here.
The very end of it is the best part. We should have slowed it down. It's like, after he swats her like a ball of yarn.
Hey, listen, sister. You had it coming. When a cat makes that noise, you toss it like a hand grenade and you run.
And boom.
And then,
well, for the city of Cleveland, this incident, and as you can imagine, it was a massive story. It was like water cooler topic of conversation for days. And actually, the next day, they did a bit of a follow-up.
You weren't crying, or were you crying? No. I was not crying. A lot of people thought I was crying. I was instantly laughing, actually. And since I'm in the media, I instantly knew what was going to happen. I knew that it would be on YouTube. I knew it would be on the radios. It was really like an out-of-body experience, and it was happening. I was like, oh, my goodness. I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people that you laugh at on YouTube.
Okay, hold on. First off, cover all you want. That was a cry face. And second, I know, loser. You're not just the person on YouTube that gets laughed at. It'll be on When Animals Attack, AFV, a variety of clip shows. Yeah. This will haunt you the rest of your life, starting now.
Enjoy it. She's in the media, though.
She's like, I get it. I'm in the media. Like, how about
I knew people would be iPodding. I knew the kids would listen on the radios.
Well, I have to say, how about just knowing that when a cat makes that sound?
Right? Yeah. No, you don't learn that in the media. You can read prompter, but you don't know. It means run. All right, for a response to this story, we're actually... Okay, I'm sorry, we're going to check in with our man in the field right now to see what he has to say. Komodo Dragon, are you there, sir?
Insightful, as always. The Komodo cuts straight to the heart of the issue, and then he vomits it up along with the lungs and the pancreas.
We're not sure if that was actually a lung and pancreas, but
it might be.
Could have been.
Now, to get your viral daily fix, make sure to head on over to g4tv.com/aroundthenet and that's where you can sign up for the Around the Net podcast.
Oh,
we're in it.
Look at that. Right now, though, it's time for the only news you need to know. Here's Layla, Kaylee, and
the feed headline.
Thank you, Olivia.
Thanks, guys. Here's what's coming up in the feed. First, we'll give you a sneak peek at MySpace's upcoming news service. Plus, we'll tell you why Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino's Grindhouse might be too graphic for theaters. And March Madness is underway, and you'll find out who won the digital simulation. It's all coming your way in the feed. But first, back to you guys.
All right. Let's hear from you in the army of monitor heads with a little something we like to call our video
viewer
mail.
Video
viewer
mail. Here's one of the major players in our forum.
Greetings, Attack of the Show. I am Sky. I come from California. Concerning MMOs, you know, it just seems like so many of them are boring. When are we going to get one that's fun?
Oh, easy, Sky. Like, I know you took the sleeves off, but you got to step back because I think millions and millions of gamers would disagree with you and they'd say that they are really, really fun. It's obviously not your cup of tea, and it's not my drink of choice. No. To go with the liquid analogy, but.
But to answer Sky, though, I mean, fun really depends on what you're looking for in video games. I think you'd agree with that. And if all you play is Tiger Woods or Virtua Fighter, you're probably not going to find an MMO that you're going to end up liking. No. I think that's fair to say. Yeah, I mean, they start off fun. Like for me, I enjoy them when I first get into them. I got into Burning Crusades recently, but it just ends up being like the same tasks over and over again, and then I jump out. So I'm back to train simulators. Yeah. So maybe they'll come up with a new one. But we want to know what you guys think with today's poll question. Does the world need another MMO? Vote at our website, g4tv.com/AOTS, or you text your vote to G4TXT, that's 44898, to vote and register for AOTS Live News Alerts. No voting for Sanjaya. No. Just want to clear that up. Or do what Howard Stern does and vote for him, and then he can win! Yay! Now, I have to say, it seems that every gaming company out there is trying to come up with the next great MMO, right? You know, what's going on? It's tons of companies are doing it, and these companies have to sit through hundreds and hundreds of pitches for new games all the time. Yeah. And we actually got some inside footage from two of the industry's finest. All right, listen, we know that you know that the kids these days love MMOs. Because they're hot. They're very hot, Randy, which is why you came to us, Legiticorp, to create the next great MMO. These things print money. Is that even legal? No, it's a federal crime. It should be. World of Warcraft, what is it? It's only the most popular MMO ever. Everybody is on this thing. And study after study has shown that the most popular areas within WoW, that's World of Warcraft, thank you, Randy, are the auction houses. People love to buy, they love to sell, so why not an auctioneering MMO? Okay, now all you have to do is synergize that with a brand we're already familiar with, and what do you got? Antiques Roadshow Online. Rummage, appraise, and then auction your rarest family heirlooms. Adventure in virtual attics. We're actually looking for something a little more youth-oriented. Okay, all right, yeah, we got it. You don't come to this. No, save it. It's a great idea. Okay, all right, good. Okay, check this. Movies are hot property tie-ins, right? Everybody's got one. You got your Lord of the Rings, Pirates of the Caribbean, your Age of Conan. But what you don't have is something that speaks to today's youth media savvy demo on the MySpace. You think that guy's YouTubing? He's YouTubing right now. He's seen Van Wilder. Maybe he's even passed by a copy of Van Wilder 2, The Rise of Taj at his local Blockbuster. I bet he did. He is going to love National Lampoon's Van Wilder 2, The Rise of Taj, the MMO. Done deal. Enough said. In the bag. 2-point conversion. Sweet bonus. It's got a great acronym. That is a horrible acronym. Horrible. Third Life. An online virtual world for your Second Life characters. Yeah. Very meta. Yeah, Very meta. I like it. Excel the MMO. Oh. Raise your hand if you want a level 60 spreadsheet. Right here. Up. Randy's is up very high. No. All right. Cats online. I would like to be a domestic short hair. I'm going to go Tabby. Tabby sounds great. That's a magic user. What if there's a quest to follow a laser pointer around, but don't ever catch it? Keeps them paying monthly. We got it. Hang on. Oh, what? I thought you checked the PowerPoint. No, I did. Hang on. I specifically asked about that cat every damn time we do this. You know, it's a problematic slide. Well, no, it's a problem because you play too much Minesweeper. Minesweeper is fun. Ooh, Minesweeper MMO? Oh. Mine flag, don't. Coming
up, we have the trailer for the new movie Illegal Tender. It's got murder, violence, and thugs, and it's from Boys in the Hood producer John Singleton. He directed it, actually, so you know it'll be good. And later, we'll have an exclusive first look at his new film.
Way to bring the mustache back, Ferreira. I enjoyed that.
No idea what you're talking about.
Stay with us. A live attack of the show is just starting. There's lots more ahead. It was right here.
No idea.
Here's what's coming up on today's Attack of the Show. We are scouring the best bars for the most innovative bands to hit the stage as our coverage of South by Southwest continues. Can Cheney's clout stand up to Jon Stewart's mouth?
I don't think that last question is any of our business.
Put up your dukes, it's the punchline. And with 63 new MMOs currently in development, is the gaming market in for a massive multiplayer saturation? The Loop checks the forecast. All this and more when the attack comes back.
We are educators helping people build a foundation for the rest of their lives. ITT Technical Institute, education for the future. Call 1-800-327-1172 or visit us on the web.
At one time or another, we all want to change the world in which we live. Make it a better place. Introducing the ITT Technical Institute School of Criminal Justice. At ITT Tech, we now teach the fundamentals of the criminal justice system, along with the technology to help respond to and prevent crime. With a degree in criminal justice, you can pursue various career opportunities like surveillance, casework, and security. Technology is a powerful tool, but it's the people behind it who make the difference. ITT Technical Institute School of Criminal Justice, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-327-1172 or visit us on the web.
In the world of professional sports, there are champions.
You all pass me a biscuit?
And then there are these guys.
Want some chicken?
On March 30th.
Two men skating together?
Mind-boggling, isn't it?
Did you just say mind-boggling?
Yeah, mind-boggling. You know, when things are so crazy, it gets your thoughts all trapped like in a bottle.
Will Ferrell.
Let's do this. One more. I'm really close.
Blades of Glory. Rated PG-13.
There are times you gotta ask yourself, do you think you've got the torque, or do you know you've got the torque? Get Q Torque Power for trucks, heat activated to help more torque reach the road. No leading synthetic oil delivers more torque than Q Torque Power.
All right, go through the door. Go. All right, to the left. You look like you're really into this. You guys want a real challenge?
As a soldier in the United States Army, you'll find out what you're really made of and how far you can go. Explore over 150 careers, help pay for college, and learn if you qualify for an enlistment bonus. Call 1-888-395-ARMY now for a free copy of the America's Army game and this new interactive DVD. Hear what it's like to be a soldier from real soldiers.
You ready to take this to the next level?
Call now to find out how you too can become Army Strong.
Yeah, with Vonage, I've had 100% reliability. It's been there when I needed it.
I've never had a clear phone.
The clearness of the line is phenomenal.
The voice quality with Vonage, it's been stellar, actually.
The call quality is great. Nobody asks, hey, are you on VoIP? You know, nobody knows.
It's just $24.99 a month for unlimited local and long distance. Call now and get 1 month free, including free calls to the U.S., Canada, Puerto Rico, and Europe.
Call 1-888-402-4PON.
The ultimate test of strength, agility, and courage. Ninja Warrior. Weeknights starting Monday at 6:30 and 10:30, only on G4.
Show 'em pouty. Good. Welcome back to a live attack of the show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. It's time now, though. What?
I just thought you have really nice skin today.
Thank you.
Did you moisturize?
Thank you. I didn't.
Really?
You naturally glow, though, so I don't even have to ask you.
Oh,
You really
thanks.
You're great.
It looks nice.
Time now to take a look at some of the best stuff that the realm of late night has to offer. Prepare your TiVos and listen carefully, folks. It's Punchline.
Had to cover up a little bit, sorry. First up, we have a clip from, they were hanging out.
Let the babies breathe. You got to crack a window for those boys. You know what I mean? You don't leave the dogs in there when you're in the bank. You got to roll that sucker down.
Back to Punchline. First, we have a clip from Late Night with Conan and Brian. Recently, Conan had a chance to sit down with comedian Chris Rock, who decided to get a bit political for the audience. Watch as Chris shares his true feelings on a number of things, including Senator Barack Obama's chances as a follow-up president to George W. Bush.
How are you? You look good.
I feel like Conan.
I'm going to ask you about Barack Obama. Really? Because this is a big question.
What is the big question, Conan?
The big question is, could this be the first, in your opinion, the first black president? Do you think he could do it?
I think he could do it. I mean, the big question is, everybody goes, is America ready for a black president? Well, I say, you know, we just had a retarded one.
Al Sharpton will not endorse Obama.
Oh, poor Obama.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard Timberland's not going to produce the new Willie Nelson album either. You know?
Okay, that was really great. I have to say, what happened to Chris Rock? I mean, where did he go over that time?
Well, you know, at least he's not, you can say what you will about Chris Rock,
I like Chris Rock.
At least he's not cross-dressing in a fat suit or losing an Academy Award. Eddie.
Oh, snap. Little celebrity feud with you and Eddie?
Just saying. Yeah.
Be all over.
Yeah, he elbowed me coming out of a nightclub once.
Really?
Yeah, I was parking his car. Next up, we've got a great clip from The Late Show with David Letterman. Now, while it may be true that Jim Carrey's latest film, the number 23, has struggled a bit at the box office, it's also true that his late-night promotional tour has provided us with handfuls of hilarious moments. Here, Jim shares his David Caruso impression straight out of CSI Miami.
And the other thing I like to tune in on every once in a while is CSI Miami and David Caruso. He loves to put the button on it, and then he just walks away.
Well, I guess we've found our man. I before E, except after C. I did to you, putty tat.
All I have to say is I hope David's getting royalty checks every time someone gives the Caruso to the camera.
Oh, see, I hope not, because then I couldn't afford to do them anymore.
Do you do them?
It's the perfect way to exit any room.
Well, let me see.
Well, I don't have my sunglasses on me.
Oh.
But if I did...
If we can get some sunglasses...
I'd be gone.
And finally, we're wrapping things up with a clip from The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. Now, as we all know, Jon and his staff make a living off of beating up on the president, just about basically everyone under the roof of the White House. Now, watch as Jon picks apart Vice President Dick Cheney, whose media exposure seems to have gotten a little out of control lately.
When it comes to Cheney, has the Libby verdict undermined his influence?
Vice President Cheney, the question now, has he lost much of his clout?
He is the most powerful vice president in history, but is he beginning to lose his clout?
Is Vice President Dick Cheney losing his clout?
Is there any other instance involving Cheney that maybe should have had a similar clout-loosening effect?
Vice President Dick Cheney's clout isn't what it used to be after his hunting accident.
Oh, right, he shot an old man in the face.
Yeah, I think when you get away with something like that, like shooting someone in the face, you can pretty much get away with anything. Believe me. I know.
And that's the punchline.
Yeah, that was terrible.
If you were listening closely, you've probably been doing Caruso's for the past minute, a la Pereira. Yeah, do it again. Now we're just going to go from David Caruso's sunglasses to David Duchovny's X-Files. That's right, we're about to check out the best conspiracy sites on the web. It's time to attack this. First up, check out FreemasonryWatch.org. FreemasonryWatch.org is the Drudge Report for conspiracy nuts. Ever wonder what the Freemasons were about? Well, this site has a complete history of the organization since biblical times, along with the latest news on what those wacky Masons are up to now. This site doesn't just claim that the Masons are infiltrating our government and institutions, they also name names and think that prominent members of exerting their control over Hollywood. Next, were the Jack the Ripper murders committed by Masons? Are New Age fads part of a plot to control your mind? Check out conspiracyarchive.com for those answers and more. This site challenges you to question the status quo and ask the important question, why? They've got all your secret society needs covered, from the Illuminati to the New World Order and Skull and Bones. All the details about the real history of the world are right here for you to read. Don't believe that man has been to the moon? You are not alone, my friend. Check out conspiracyplanet.com. They've got all the details on how that totally fake moon landing tape
film or video, or become an editor for TV shows, commercials, and movies. Ever dream of training for a career in film or video production? Thanks to Collins College, you can.
For a brochure, call 888-823-0999. Operators are standing by. That's 888-823-0999. Call now.
Now at Pizza Hut, buy a large Cheesy Bites pizza for just $11.99 and get a free LG chocolate phone with a new 2-year activation on a Verizon wireless plan of $39.99 or more. A free phone from the pizza that gives you more.
Can I hold it?
No. Want more? Get America's favorite pizza, Pizza Hut.
Go back to the beginning with the Dukes on the unrated DVD. See their first car. And their first time.
I don't know what all the fuss is about.
Well, you're missing 99% of your pants.
Oh.
Buy The Dukes of Hazzard, the beginning, unrated. Now on DVD.
You don't have to change what you're about to change your future. If you want to take your passion for everything wired and make it really pay, jump on an associate degree program from DeVry University. You'll get the individual attention, flexible schedules, and hands-on experience you need to step out of school in under 2 years, straight into a serious career in technology. You'll even get your own laptop to use while you're in school. And here's where you get started. Go to DeVryWired73.com and check out this free guide to the kind of careers you could really get into. Don't change how you see the world, just how the world sees you. Call or log on now to DeVryWired73.com. But hurry, classes start soon. DeVry University.
Ooh, music file sharing. Is it sharing or stealing? I think it's sharing if you're not burning it for all your friends.
I think there's no difference between taking a file from your friend's computer and sliding a CD in your pocket from the music store.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. We are live and taking applications for circus freaks.
Oh.
So fill it out, check the boxes.
Coming up later, we'll show you an exclusive trailer for Illegal Tender, produced by John Singleton. Now, this film takes a close look at a violent murder. Good family fun. Stay tuned for your very first look.
You know what, oddly enough, Olivia, I think you're illegally tender.
How sweet.
Right now, it's time for the only news you need to know. Here it is. It's the feed.
Here looks nice.
Thank you, guys. I'm Layla Kaylee, and it's time to start the feed. We previously reported on the possibility of MySpace having its own news service, and it's just been confirmed. Wired magazine has obtained a leaked document from Fox Interactive Media, which details how the service will work. MySpace will obtain the news from other sites, and then users will vote to decide what stories are popular. Screenshots were also obtained by the magazine, along with the company's PowerPoint presentation. MySpace News is scheduled to launch in the second quarter this year. The popular Nintendo DS is adding a new feature, internet browsing. On June 4th, Nintendo will release software that will allow you to use your handheld to get on the internet with the Opera browser. This is already available in Europe and retails for €40, which translates to about $53. This won't support Flash and many web apps, so make sure you read the specs before picking this up. Many corporations are turning to viral marketing to get the word out, though it might not be legal. At South by Southwest, police in Austin have arrested a man who was trying to promote Microsoft Zune. He had allegedly plastered neon orange posters all over town and had affixed them to light posts. It seems that Texas does not want to be part of the social. Audiences are anticipating Grindhouse's release, though the MPAA might want some changes. Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino's homages to exploitation flicks are both filled with sex and violence and outrageous fake trailers in between. The New York Post is reporting that some of the footage is so outrageous and graphic that there will have to be major cuts to get an R rating. Rodriguez addressed this topic at South by Southwest and stated that he'll just cut and slice everything out like the old days and release it later on DVD. What's the point of going to the theaters? And finally, March Madness is underway and the winners have already been decided. Well, digitally anyway. To promote the release of College Hoops 2K7 for the PS3, 2K Games decided to simulate the tournament to find a winner. Their final four included Wisconsin, Kansas, Boston College, and Texas A&M. The Badgers won on a buzzer beater, though this simulation was done before starter Brian Birch was injured. With that said, I suspect that's not how it's all going to play out. Oh, well, hope not. Well, that's it for today, but don't worry, the feed doesn't stop here. Keep your iPod fed with all the news you need to know by downloading our Daily Feed podcast. Get it now at g4tv.com/podcast. I am Layla Kaylee, and you've just been fed. Let's go back to Kevin and Olivia.
Thanks, Layla. Everyone around the office thinks they've got the smarts to pick the NCAA tournament winners, but do you have the smarts to stump our Transformers expert?
Oh, good question.
We'll tune in Friday to find out.
Yeah, see, we're having our own little tournament here, and if you can own him with your knowledge of Autobots and Decepticons, you could win the Optimus Prime Classic Voyager. For more info, head on over to g4tv.com/Transformers Trivia.
And if you didn't know how important that toy is, notice the steady pan we have around it.
Oh.
That signifies this is important.
Yeah. We brought in a gym for that. Google it if you don't know what I'm talking about. Now, yesterday on Game Break, this is really important, we said that you had to go through Xbox Live multiplayer to play a game of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with more than one player, the new live arcade game. Turns out we were wrong.
Yeah, we were overthinking it, and all you really have to do is turn on a second controller during a single-player game and hit start, just like you used to on the old NES version. Remember that?
Listen, seriously, very sorry for any confusion it caused. I bought it last night. I was playing it online. Be honest, a little laggy on the multiplayer.
Okay.
Some of the achievements damn near impossible. I still played the hell out of it, and I'm playing it more tonight. So look for me on Xbox Live.
Well, we have apologized. We better become better people. That's it.
I think we did.
Right?
I mean, you're already the best.
Well, Kevin, it's hard to be the best when I'm next to you, and you clearly are the best.
I am one better.
Aww.
Stay there, folks. We have lots more ahead
your hair today,
on TV's only source
Was it LA?
for all the stuff
styles?
you care about. You're an angel.
How many MMOs does it take to satisfy 14 million gamers? Find out in The Loop. And we're kicking out more South by Southwest info when we check out Gorilla vs. Bear on Blog Watch.
Do you know what separates the men from the boys? I do.
New RGX body spray from Right Guard. Crisp, clean scents that don't overpower.
Are you ready to step up?
There are times you gotta ask yourself, do you think you've got the torque, or do you know you've got the torque? Get Q Torque Power for trucks, heat activated to help more torque reach the road. No leading synthetic oil delivers more torque than Q Torque Power.
It is not just the strength to learn, but the strength to teach. Not just the strength to follow, but the strength to lead. It is not just the strength to wake up your life, but the strength to live out your dreams. There's Strong, and then there's Army Strong. To learn more about the Army's 150 different career opportunities, visit goarmy.com/strong.
I was working at a dead-end job. All I did was work. I was getting old at the age of 21, so I made the decision to go back to school. At ITT Tech, it was like a big family. It was refreshing. There was a lot of hands-on applications in my program. Now I work as an IT specialist for the federal government. I provide technical support for probation officers. I like teaching people. I like showing them that technology is our friend. My father is my best friend and mentor. I really went to ITT Tech because he never had the opportunity to go to school. And now he's very proud.
We are educators helping people build a foundation for the rest of their lives. ITT Technical Institute, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-327-1172 or visit us on the web. Get an education that can help you reach your goals. ITT Tech has information on financial aid programs for those who qualify. Call 1-800-327-1172 to apply.
Don't act, don't assume, don't presume, don't fake. Just be yourself. You know how to do that, don't you?
New RGX body spray from Right Guard. Crisp, clean scents that don't overpower.
Are you ready to step up?
Attention all gamers, X-Play is now interactive and in prime time. Join Adam and Morgan for game reviews, live on-screen chat, and video viewer mail. Weeknights at 8, only on G4.
Attack of the Show. We are live and talking online role-playing. Earlier in the show, we asked you, does the world need another MMO? Well, according... Sorry. My shirt did?
All right, let's do it. Your shirt's fine, man. Relax. Massively multiplayer online games, they're huge. You know, and right now, World of Warcraft alone has more subscribers than the entire nation of Austria. But how many more games can fit into this already crowded market? From World of Warcraft to EverQuest 2, massively multiplayer online games are more popular than ever. With 14 million MMO players worldwide, each paying a monthly fee, they're instant paychecks for any developer that scores a hit game. This year, there are an astounding 63 MMOs in development, all aiming to be the next World of Warcraft. With the chance to become everything from a space pirate to an actual pirate, there's something to lure everyone into joining up. But with only so many gamers willing to pay subscription fees, some are saying we've already reached the point of MMO saturation. Are MMOs a new pillar of gaming, or is World of Warcraft all we need? Time for an information buff. It's The Loop. Alrighty, joining us via satellite tonight from San Francisco, GameSpot.com editor Jason Ocampa, and the co-host of X-Play, very sultry, Adam Sessler. Welcome to The Loop, everybody. Jason, I'd like to start with you, sir, because it seems like everyday gaming blogs they got, you know, some news on another MMO that's being announced or that's being developed. Right now, there are 67 in the works, with 12 slated for release this year alone. And Jason, you know, we asked our audience, 62% of them said no, they don't want another, but I want to ask you now, do you think we need another MMO?
I'm sure we probably do need another MMO, but it can't be another World of Warcraft-style fantasy MMO. If there's over 60 in development, I can't even think of what even half of them are. And I think one of the big problems with this genre is the fact that everyone sees the World of Warcraft success and thinks, hey, it's pretty easy, let's just go ahead and make a fantasy MMO, and all of a sudden we're drowning in 60 of them.
Right.
I would also like to chime in there, and that it's also not so much just the fantasy thing, which I am sick and tired of, it's the combat. We are playing the exact same game that we started with back in EverQuest, where it's just sitting there like going whack-a-mole. I'm going to hit you and do all these different spells, and I'm going to beat you. And I have to say, after seeing Age of Conan and Tabula Rasa at GDC, which are attempting something like real-time combat, where there's actual satisfaction on the part of the player for doing something cool to actually beat the enemy, I think it's going to bring in a whole new group of players who've been waiting for something like that to actually get into an MMO.
Well, Jason was saying that some developers are looking at World of Warcraft, and it's by far the most popular MMO today, but players don't just log into Quest. You know, they write blogs and they write walkthroughs. They organize massive raids. They even make machinima. What I'm saying is generally they contribute to the culture of the game. Jason, isn't the MMO only as good as the community that supports it, though?
Well, the community is a huge part of it. I mean, if you're going to be choosing between MMOs, you've never played one before, do you choose Brand X, which has maybe a community of 10,000 people who you don't know, or do you choose the one all your friends are playing and they're writing about and they're blogging about and they're adventuring together? And I think that's one of the huge reasons why World of Warcraft isn't going anywhere anytime soon, is just the fact that it's got such a huge population and it builds upon itself. People want to join play with their friends. People want to see what's going on, what this game is all about. So community is just as big as the gameplay when it comes to an MMO.
But also, a lot of that community exists outside of the game, like the blogging, like, a lot of the interaction isn't inside of the game itself. And so pretty much you have this rather sort of stale framework of everyone getting in there, they go through a dungeon, they kill everything, they get the treasure, they spread it around, but you really don't get the sense of reporting about it or the appreciation of it except for outside of the game. I think that someone really needs to create a far more comprehensive experience.
Jason, do you think we'll see that change in the near future? Maybe an MMO that comes out where that interaction does take place within the virtual world?
Well, certainly I think there are some MMOs that are trying to integrate some, MySpace elements or, some kind of outside the game browsing so, people can still participate even when they're not in the game. They can go check in and see what their friends are doing. They can post about it. They can, have it, talk about their adventures, trying to extend that experience outside.
They can get text blasts on their Boost mobile phone about a raid that's going on?
Exactly, and and then race home and try to get in on it. I know people who actually do that, where they set it up. Well, before they go, they'll dial home and tell the computer to start logging into World of Warcraft.
Sure.
So
I mean, it's clear that some gamers are diehard about their MMOs. But Adam, right now there are 14 million gamers worldwide playing these things. I mean, have we reached a critical mass, or can the player base continue to grow at this point?
Yeah, it's an excellent question. I think there is an audience, myself included, that wants something that isn't so much the exact same thing that we've always seen before. I also wonder if the people playing World of Warcraft, of those millions that are playing it, How many are actually satisfied with World of Warcraft, and are they just playing it because it's the best of what is available out there?
Jason, what do you think about that? Can the player base grow from there?
I think the player base has a lot of place to move. I mean, if you just consider how many more hundreds of millions of internet users still, are still out there in the world potentially. But I think the main thing is that the current genre, this fantasy-themed sword and sorcery MMO, I think we have saturation in some markets. Eventually, if you're going to break out of that, you're going to have to start appealing to something people, more mainstream. The perfect example is in terms of single-player games. No one knew how big computer games could be until The Sims came out, and all of a sudden it opened up this gigantic market that was just sitting there.
Sure.
Really, if developers are out there making MMO and you have a dragon in it, stop developing that game right now.
Please.
Exactly.
Stop.
I'd be terrified. I would be terrified to make a fantasy MMO right now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go to the final word here, because I have to wrap this up, but I want to hear from both of you. Adam, looking the next 5, 10 years from now, I mean, obviously it's all Blizzard and it's all World of Warcraft right now, but does Blizzard have to take a misstep to be dethroned? Are we all going to be playing the next Blizzard game, or is there going to be another title that comes out that completely redefines the genre and changes our notion of what a game is, kind of like The Sims did for the single-player experience?
I think when someone really gets that perfect kind of real-time combat, they get past the big problem where you can't really block right now just because of the way that the packets are being sent back and forth. Something that really is far more visceral out there, say like Diablo, that might be the next step. They can get in so many more players that just are going to sit there and play the normal RPG style.
But it's funny, you did mention another Blizzard title. So, Jason, what do you think? 5 to 10 years, is it another Blizzard game, or is it something else that's redefined it?
I think there's something else that's going to redefine it. I think the future is probably going to go trend toward something like a Second Life, which isn't so combat-oriented, but open to much more masses.